Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Tonight, we're re-diving into one of the most chilling pieces of found footage to ever surface on the internet. A story that blurs the line between a digital prank and something far more sinister. It all centers around a popular streamer known only as Luna. Her content was usually lighthearted, playing games, chatting with her followers, just the typical stuff you'd see on any given night. But one broadcast, one single stream, would become her last, and it ended in a way no one could have ever predicted. It was just a harmless live stream, until she froze mid-frame. The night began like any other. Luna was about an hour into her stream, laughing and responding to comments. The atmosphere was relaxed, familiar. Then the first odd thing happened. Her video feed flickered. A minor glitch, something her viewers initially dismissed. But then, it happened again. This time, a few eagle-eyed viewers noticed something unsettling. While Luna herself was frozen on screen for a split second, her reflection in the dark window behind her wasn't. It moved. It turned its head slightly, a subtle, unnatural motion that sent a ripple of confusion through the chat. "Did anyone else see that?" one user typed. "Her reflection just moved." The chat, once filled with jokes and emojis, slowly transformed. Curiosity began to bubble, tinged with a growing sense of unease. Luna, seemingly unaware of the technical difficulties, continued her stream. But the glitches became more frequent. Each time her image froze, the reflection in the window became bolder. It would shift its weight, tilt its head, its movements growing more distinct, more independent. Her audience was now fully captivated, their messages shifting from playful banter to genuine concern. "Luna, check your camera! Something is wrong with your reflection." Luna finally noticed the frantic messages flooding her screen. She furrowed her brow, a confused smile playing on her lips. "What are you guys talking about? Everything seems fine on my end." She turned to look at the window behind her, the source of her viewers' panic. As her real self turned, her reflection remained perfectly still, staring directly into the camera. For a terrifying moment, the two Lunas were disconnected, one looking away in confusion, the other locked in an eerie, unblinking gaze with the audience. A wave of panic washed over the chat. This was no longer a glitch. This was something else. Luna turned back to the camera, her own fear finally dawning as she read the frantic warnings. Her eyes widened. She opened her mouth to speak, but before a single word could escape, the screen froze one last time. This time, it was different. It wasn't a glitchy freeze frame. It was a complete, silent stillness. Her face was locked in a mask of dawning horror. And then, from the speakers, a sound pierced the silence. It was a scream, a raw, blood-curdling scream that seemed to tear through the fabric of the stream itself. It was guttural, filled with a terror that felt chillingly real. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the stream cut to black. The connection was lost. The screen simply read, "The broadcast has ended." For minutes, there was nothing but silence. Her followers were left staring at a dead screen, the echo of that final scream ringing in their ears. The chat logs from that night show a progression from confusion to outright terror. People immediately started trying to contact her, messaging her friends, other streamers, anyone who might know her in real life. But there was no response. Luna had vanished. The clip of the stream's final moments went viral almost instantly. Debates raged online. Was it an elaborate hoax, a publicity stunt, or had they witnessed something truly horrifying? The digital silence was so absolute that a few of her dedicated followers decided to take action. They compiled all the information they had. Her general location hinted at in past streams, any personal details she might have let slip, and contacted the authorities. Given the disturbing nature of the video, an investigation was launched. Using the IP address from her final broadcast, police were able to trace her location to a small, suburban apartment. When the officers arrived, they found the front door unlocked. They entered cautiously, announcing their presence. The apartment was eerily quiet. They moved through the small living area and kitchen, finding nothing out of place. It was all unnervingly normal. Finally, they reached the bedroom, the room from the live stream. And that's where the scene shifted from a simple wellness check to the beginning of a truly inexplicable mystery. The room was empty. Luna was gone. But her streaming setup was exactly as she had left it. The chair was pushed back slightly, the ring light was still on, casting a soft glow. And the camera, the very same one that had broadcast her final moments, was still live. It was pointing at the empty chair and the dark window behind it. The officers approached the desk, their own reflections now appearing in the window. One of them peered at the monitor, which was displaying the camera's live feed. The room on the screen was empty, just as it was in reality. But then he saw it. In the reflection on the screen, in the digital version of the window, a figure was standing. It was Luna. Or rather, it was her reflection, and it was smiling. A wide, predatory smile that didn't reach its eyes. The officer who saw it recoiled, calling his partner over.
A few
They both
moments
stared at the
later.
screen, then back at the empty room, then back at the screen. The room was empty. Her chair was empty. But on the monitor, in the feed from the camera, her reflection stood in the background, smiling out at them. It wasn't a recording. When one of the officers waved his hand in front of the camera, his own reflection on the monitor mimicked the movement perfectly. But Luna's reflection remained, a silent, smiling sentinel in a room where she was not physically present. They seized all the equipment as evidence, but the mystery only deepened. And here's the twist, the part that elevates this from a creepy internet story to a truly terrifying piece of modern folklore. The authorities took the computer, the camera, everything. But they couldn't stop what was already in motion. The original video file of her last stream, the one that ended with the scream, had been saved. But it didn't just sit on a hard drive. That night, and every single night since, at exactly 3 a.m., the video file does something impossible. It auto-uploads to a hidden, unlisted link on the streaming platform. It doesn't upload as a pre-recorded video. It uploads in real time. For 1 hour and 23 minutes, the exact duration of her original stream, it plays out as if it were live. Viewers who have the link can watch it all unfold again. They can see her laugh, see the first flicker, see the growing panic in the chat, and hear the final, chilling scream. It's a digital ghost, an event trapped in a perpetual loop. Some who have watched the replay claim that things have changed. They say that sometimes the reflection's smile is wider, that sometimes it seems to look directly at a specific commenter in the live replaying chat. The stream has become a ghost story for the digital age, a cautionary tale about the reflections we leave behind in the virtual world. Luna is gone, but her terror, her final moments, are replayed every single night, a permanent echo in the machine. A scream that never truly ends. Thanks for joining me on this deep dive. What do you think happened to Luna? Let me know your theories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story and want more unsettling content, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you in the next one.